When you are roaming out there, you can run into pretty unusual things, like eyeless, mysterious creatures. Might get a weird ghost encounter, or find a mutant animal. Hang on till the end, and let's start with weird, tall, man-like figure. Are you scared of heights? Well, that's not the kind of height we're talking about. A girl driving on the road during the day, when suddenly an abnormally tall humanoid-like figure appears on the road. The driver probably got extremely curious that she stopped on the side of the road to investigate when the huge creature can be seen rushing towards the car, and the video starts to glitch till to a dark screen. Herd of deers jump on car. Ever been ambushed by a herd of deer? This car sure did. A footage captured somewhere in the US shows two cars heading through the forest on a road and come across a huge herd of deer from the forest tree line. They seem to be fleeing or just warming up, but the car came in their way, making them jump in the process. A few of them successfully made it to the other side, while some of them stumbled. Luckily, no one got hurt. One of the deers crashed into the car and probably had its jumping key stuck the way it turned around back to the bushes. Dog attacks horse cart. A dog versus horse doesn't seem like the perfect duo. A weird dispute took place in a Cane Creek Park in North Carolina on April 3rd, 2021, where a dog attacked a horse rigged to a cart that was surely unexpected, although the reason is unknown. Maybe it saw a horse for the first time in life, and he wasn't having it. The situation created panic, not just among the two, but the little kids that were crying in fear while adults tried to break up the fight. After an intense, heated battle, the dog finally calmed down, while the crowd gathered around. Creepy Bigfoot stalks. You would definitely need a lot of spray paint if a giant, mysterious creature is observing carefully and you only find out when it's too close. As you can see in the clip, the hiker's sense of tingling let him partially spot the creature stalking him. He started recording upon noticing something in the shadows under the tree. The clip shows a few branches shaking, followed by a loud roar. At this point, the hiker drops his camera and flees for his life. Something in the dark. What's the scariest thing that cried out to you in the dark while you're with a friend? These two lads were surely creeped out, but a strange creature screaming in the dark after they burst a firecracker. At first, they ignored it until they didn't, and not much later, the strange creature starts to pursue them as they begin to flee. The partial visual shows it to be a human-like figure, but it's not entirely clear. Now, this might be a prank or one of their friends in a mask, or maybe even a real thing, although guys in the video claim it to be a real encounter. Witch dressed in white. Deserts can be just as scary as oceans in the dark. You never know what you might come across. This clip captured in Saudi Arabia shows a witch or ghost dressed in some white apparel with untidy hair, walking with the help of a cane. At first, the girl freezes after sighting this witch and starts reversing her car when this witch begins approaching it. Judging by the body language of the witch and the reaction of the girl, this video looks quite authentic. Family of raccoons show teamwork. A band of bandits fleeing the scene of a crime. Well, not exactly. Most animals in nature tend to stay in packs, especially when it's a family. This raccoon not only has the team spirit, but also the motherly motivation to not leave any of her young behind. Just look, the technique they use to pick the cub up is incredible and displays their next level intelligence through the motherly love is so amazing that it overrides logic. The big raccoon supported the other and picked up the baby by its mouth. Creature that can vanish. Have you ever heard of the Jeepers Creepers guys and gals? This could be it. Although it looks to have a much different physical structure when compared, it has a tail and long, bony arms and legs with glowing eyes. This video was taken somewhere in England when a resident was testing the infrared feature of a new camera. It is when a mysterious creature is spotted in the playground. Sitting on top of the playground slide, the creature turns and leaps from the top of the structure, disappearing into the darkness. What could it be? Well, no one knows. Wooden Chucky. Definitely not the kind of doll that you give to little girls. This doll in particular is completely made of wood, as you can see in the clip, but it is actually walking as if it's possessed or something, just like Chucky. This footage would scare even the most brave, as it redefines the word terror to a whole new level. The doll is about the size of a child, and as you can see, it moves slowly and steadily, holding hands with two people. On the bright side, the doll hasn't displayed any signs of malicious intent. Coney Island creature. It could be the result of deformation or defect caused by all those poisonous chemicals that we release into the ocean. The clip shows a mysterious sea creature with a bulbous head reeled in at New York's Coney Island. As you can see, it looks like some kind of an octopus with a huge mouth and only one single tentacle, while it's still hooked to the fishing line. Footage shows the sea monster writhing around on the deck of a fishing boat as it twists its octopus-like tentacles. This weird creature creeped the girl who captured it and sent shockwaves among the onlookers on the internet.
Ma, you see this?
No. Holy what the hell is that?
What is happening?
Weird crawling creature. This is probably the most disgusting looking creature ever. It looks like a giant roach from the front, but has hair octopus-like tentacles spreading out of its body. This alien creature that's hanging from some kind of ledge doesn't seem too hostile, but surely anyone that looks at it would be terrified. Could it be the secret alien invasion? Let us know in the comments. Blob-like creatures. Ever fantasized about having superpowers? Well, this could be it. A girl hanging out on a beach in St. Lucia filmed a mysterious alien-looking black blob crawling on top of a rock. When she spotted the weird-looking creature moving on top of a pebble, the blob appeared to be formed by many worm-like parts intertwined with each other. This venom-like goo could be the solution to the quest for superpowers. Maybe we'll know if that blob-like creature actually gives someone superpowers. Eyeless mysterious creature. Another weird but interesting creature. A lady encountered this interesting beast while walking her dog in Sunrise Park near the US city of Charleston, South Carolina. Her dog picked a trail, which then caught the attention of the lady. On discovering the creature, they found out that the creature had been almost reduced to bone, with part of its skeleton appearing to take the shape of a fin or rib cage. Only a few teeth remained in the skull, and no eyes are visible. At this point, she attempted to contact experts to get to the bottom of this finding. Once the video went viral, this discovery of a mysterious creature with not much remains and a bizarre body shape has been blamed on a restricted US government facility. Zombie deer. Okay, now this one is a bit disturbing and disgusting. As you can see in the clip, an extremely ill deer spotted on the roadside shows how its skin is contaminated with hard, rocky textured infection.
Oh my god. I've never seen that before in my life.
It is spread out all over its body and looks to have gotten quite serious. The poor animal looks starved. Could it be some diseases, or maybe a reaction to some chemical on its face? Well, no one knows. But what's surprising is that it still seems to be alive, or maybe even a zombie. Hairless creature. Ugh, what is it? A strange creature was found in Borneo. A few plantation workers encountered an unfamiliar creature that they decided to push back into the forest out of fear. Their footage later went viral, urging forest officials to try and recover the animal. Well, it sure looks like some kind of bear cub, or maybe some starved dog. Most people started guessing the true identity of the creature, and started thinking maybe it's the chupacabra, the vampire animal, or maybe discovered a completely new creature, or even an alien. Mutant animal. If you're thinking that it's a bat, well, if it were, it could have flown away, but it might have a diet of a bat. It just seems to have some sort of gliding skin between and all around its body, as it probably can't walk or fly, but only glide. It sure looks to be in shock, as it is roaring in distress. Piglet with human face. Never thought hybrids were possible? Well, this creature begs to differ. A pig in southeast China gave birth to this mutant or hybrid-looking piglet with an elephant trunk on its forehead and a human-like face. The unusual piglet stunned villagers as it gasped for breaths and moved weakly on the villager's hand. The animal, which reportedly died 2 days after birth, was suggested to be suffering Cyclops syndrome. So, one can safely say that the piglet had a severe deformation or was born prematurely. Weird fish. Aside from robots, it looks like most of the creatures have started to get human-like genes somehow. This fish with a human face was found in China, and soon after the video was uploaded, it went viral. The exact location or name of this fish species is unknown. Mysterious creature in Portugal. A long yet humped-like creature was spotted and filmed in the Portuguese desert in 2016. This tall and almost naked-looking creature soon vanished behind the bush. As you can see in the clip, this creature has quite long arms and a crooked back. It looks quite powerful with its long, lumbering limbs, but doesn't seem very harmful, although I would dare not to get in its way. Once it went viral on the internet, it was believed to be some ancient creature, an alien, or even a zombie. There were rumors going around that it could even be a chupacabra, a legendary creature that is said to attack and drink the blood of livestock, including goats. Now, whatever it was, no one actually knows. Insanely huge armadillo. 2 farmers in Bahia, Brazil, were out looking at their land when they came upon this monster. This poor creature was so desperate to save itself that it was attempting to dig a burrow underground.
Ele consegue erguer? Não consegue nada.
Call in animal abuse, but these 2 lads are sure having a blast. Once they let go of the animal, it flees to the ends of the earth. Lake monster. Looks more like a snake or a huge tapeworm. As you can see in the clip, a huge creature on the surface of a lake in Iceland. Now, the exact details of this creature is unknown, as it was talked about by an old lady, but the creature looks quite scary. Weird-faced ghost in the dark. A couple of Arab explorers from Iraq made a video of an abandoned and haunted area. At one point, they found a mysterious dark figure with glowing eyes and teeth behind the bushes, just over a meter away from them. They clearly looked to be in panic, but still managed to capture a glimpse of this creature before they lose their nerve and run away. Now, whether this creature belongs to the category of a spirit or an actual creature, do mention it in the comments and let us know. We leave you this picture to search and figure out the true nature of whatever creature this might be. When we did our research, we found out that it was an art exhibit created by a German artist. He claimed it would be exactly how a pig-human hybrid would look like. What do you guys think? Lioness opens car door. If you're in a car in the wild, you're far from being safe. If you have had a pet cat, you know that they are quick learners that can constantly open doors, closets, and pantries in the house. Lions are no different, just that they're big cats who seem just as curious as our small ones. This South African family sure had an experience of a lifetime when a lioness opened a car door.
I know. Oh my gosh, I didn't know they could do that.
The curious visitors were enjoying the sight of a flock of lionesses when one of them decided to open the door of the moving vending machine. Wolves racing with a car. Would you stand the chance of outrunning these fierce predators on foot? Me neither. A lady on her way to work in Canada came across a pack of 2 huge wolves running along the road. Anyone would surely be staggered by the size of those beasts. Imagine how massive and powerful their jaws would be. They seem to be moving quite fast, like 25 to 30 miles per hour, as you can see in the clip, almost as fast as the driver. Getting their attention or honking would be a bad idea, although one of them does look back at the car for a moment. Cyclist joined by an ostrich. This could have been a worthy challenge, a cyclist versus ostrich. These South African cyclists were riding their way to the Cape of Good Hope when an ostrich seemed to mimic them and started running alongside with them. Ostriches can actually run about 72 miles per hour and easily catch up and get ahead of them at any point. They were fortunate, as it seems to be warming up or out for a spot of exercise rather than chasing the cyclists with malicious intent. Cyclists often find themselves encountering all kinds of wild animals. Weird-looking goat. This mutant or deformed goat with human-like facial features terrified the whole village with its appearance, although most people were curious. Instead of the normal snout, the goat's lips seemed to bend upwards, forming a pout on its face, with lips and nose, making it look similar to that of a human. This animal has left everyone baffled and wondering if it's either due to some exposure, birth defect, or just an experiment gone wrong. Tiger chases bikers. These bikers narrowly avoided a catastrophe. Two bikers on the road crossing through a forest suddenly come across an adult tiger that comes out of the tree line sprinting towards the bikers. Now, anyone would be traumatized, as it does seem to be something a little reminiscent of Jurassic Park in the footage. Imagine what those poor bikers would do if there was a speed bump in the way, or the bike slowed down for some reason. Thankfully, it didn't, and they managed to get far enough away that the tiger gave up. Bears resting on the road. Maybe she was waiting for a bus to see Grandma. How rude of that car! A mama bear was resting and probably having a good time in the middle of the road with her little bundles of joy. Upon sighting an incoming car, she quickly went back to the forest tree line with her cubs and was seemingly disturbed. Some of you might be thinking, why the road? Well, probably to avoid the risk of anything or anyone sneaking up onto her and the cubs while her guard is down. Alligator passing by the road. Perhaps this gator was lost and wanted to ask someone for directions. A fully grown alligator appeared out of the blue on the busy streets of Florida. It seemed to be confused, but couldn't care less about the huge traffic trundling across or using the crosswalk. It's not like anyone would pick a fight with a gator, or extra eager cop will write them up a ticket for jaywalking. A lady in a car with a dog got terrified, especially when the gator diverted towards their direction.
It's coming for me! Oh my God!
The gator was seen all around the neighborhood, creating panic among the people. Adorable fox stops by the car. Desperate times call for desperate measures. A tiny, fragile-looking fox stops by the wheel of a car, probably because it was starving. These creatures are afraid of people and will usually run away when they detect your presence, but they may visit your backyard or neighborhood. They also have a reputation of being cunning or sly. Anyhow, by the looks of this fox, I probably might have adopted this cute little creature.